Okay,
Tone.
welcome everybody. We are live for the Arsenal watch along for Arsenal versus Fulham. Yep, just realised, Gary, that I did have me.
I think you're on mute. You're on mute.
Shouldn't be any more.
Nope. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, you're very, very quiet.
Okay, so should be able to hear me now.
No, very quiet, mate.
Yeah, unusual. Let's see. So Tony Lee in the chat. Can you tell me if you can hear me much better now? Thanks for
That's a
joining
little
us,
bit
by
better.
the way, Tony. Great name, if I may say so myself.
Yes, Jackson. I'm not an idiot.
I'll pull up the sheet, Gal. Give us your feedback on today's team sheet.
I'm a bit disappointed that Eddie misses out. I think we need Eddie or Jesus for the hustle up front.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the rotation's got to come around them guys. Them guys are essential to the way that we want to play when we press. But apart from that, I think the team picks itself. He's not going to rotate too much with the defenders and stuff like that.
Kibior for Gabriel. What's that telling you?
Well, I don't know what's happening with Gabriel. It's a strange situation, isn't it? So I've got us just underway. Ramsdale sends it forward. And Tone, what a disaster. You're going to see it in a minute.
I haven't even got my TV up and running yet.
It's 1-0 Fulham. Terrible ball by Saka. Ramsdale is in no man's land. He can't get his feet sorted out. And it's put him from 30 yards. Terrible. Absolutely shocking. Aaron Ramsdale, what was you doing? Saka plays the ball back. Ben White's pushed up. Saka plays the ball back straight to Andreas Pereira. There's no Arsenal player at all. No Arsenal player in sight. Ramsdale starts running, and as he's running to his left, Pereira shoots to his right, straight in the net. Why is he not running backwards? Terrible goalkeeping. Why is he not backpedaling? Shocking start.
Oh dear.
But Partey pushed up from right back into the midfield. Saka played the ball. There was no Arsenal player at all in sight. I don't know who he was looking at, but there was no Arsenal player in sight. Now we've got it all to do. Obviously, Fulham have got what they came for already. And Arsenal come with Martinelli. Cross the ball, Martinelli!
Well, family. Apologies for the timing. I'm not sure if I brought the bad luck, but there was an example of Man. That's an example of what we've been talking about with that right-hand side position and right back. I mean, it's a sloppy goal, sloppy finish, but that's what happens when you force it with players.
Yeah, but in that situation, Vinci, Partey doesn't need to push up at that exact moment in time.
But he's forcing
He just
himself
needs to hold his position.
Yeah, but he's forcing himself to get back into that midfield role, which he's playing yo-yo, and that's the problem. You know, you would never see a right back do that movement that Partey did. Never happened.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
But that's the problem where it's, you know, we talked about until we get found out in that situation, it's going to look really ugly. Well, there you go. That's just ugly football. And the shot was poor, and it's just,
I don't know what great ball. Come on, Martinelli. Oh, Martinelli, what are you doing with your life?
It's going to be interesting to see what Apollo has to say about that.
What's a ball by Odegaard? That is Martinelli's wasteful, man. It's not a cross. It's not a shot. I don't know what it is. I don't know who he's aiming for.
But you're not nervous, are you, Gary?
Do you know what? When you play teams, when you play these kind of teams, you can't afford to give them something to hang on to.
Well, we start with that formation, and that's given them something at least. They've seen it now, and until it's obviously showing that we're sticking with it. So,
oh God, the Fulham are through again. Look, run straight through the middle. Great challenge, Saliba. Oh, now it's given offside.
How you doing, Tony, man? I thought I'd go pink today. Leave the carnival vibes out of it.
Can you turn this light on, please? That was close. I think Partey just playing them onside. I think sometimes you can be a bit too over clever, Vincey, with your formation and what you're trying to do. Last year was pretty simple, without this inverted business on the right and on the left. I'm not too sure every game it's called for.
I hear you.
You don't. What you don't have to do though is you don't need to blame the inverted thing for a defensive error.
Individual error, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but it's only an individual error because he's pushing up from right back into centre midfield as an inverted fullback, which he doesn't need to do.
But the point of the is the error. No matter where the players go, regardless of whether you have the two players wide of the box, whether you push them up the field, Ramsdale does is a bad error.
Oh yeah, granted, but he's not. He's not. I mean, so Saka's pass.
It doesn't matter what you do in terms of your formation. A bad pass in the pitch that leads to a goal can only be attributed to the goalkeeper. It cannot be attributed to the system.
Well, to be honest, yeah, the chance wasn't created by what Ramsdale did in goal. The chance was created by the formation and what the player
pushing into the
centre. That's why the guy had an opportunity to shoot at goal. So you can't ignore the system. You can't ignore the error of Partey, and Ramsdale's the last resort. But there's two things that happened before that.
Saka gives it away again.
I'm vexed because my screen's gone down.
What minute you on, Gal?
7:30.
8:20.
Right, that's been locked out, man. I can't see nothing. My laptop's just died. Everything's just falling apart on me, man.
Oh,
Man United 2-0 down to Forest in 4 minutes.
Wow.
think of the lineup, Tone.
Man, I can't even get nothing, man. You guys think 95 for the Arsenal Tottenham game's a good price?
Yeah. Against top of the league, Tottenham.
So what's the relation to
DVD,
Tone?
I heard the DVD's in print as we speak.
No, I'm just saying. I've just been offered some tickets. I'm trying to get my mates to go with me that don't go to a game. 95 for Arsenal Tottenham.
Okay. Of course, 95 is good. So Arsenal have got a lot of possession of the ball. And moving around very nicely. Ben White coming through the middle. Out to Saka's getting approached by 3 men into Odegaard. Odegaard probing. Ben White crosses to the feet of Sard. Into walks. Must be. Yes. Oh! How did he miss? How did he miss? Havertz has missed from the middle of the goal. An empty net.
I can't get anything, man.
That's what 65 million gets you.
You know, it's as I say, those stats. Yeah, I need to see.
Is it a
I need to see.
clearance?
I need to see goals and assists next to those stats. I don't want to hear no professional player running around more than anybody else. Goals, assist with those stats. You ain't telling the true story in that position.
Give it time, my friend. Give it time. You took 10 games for Bergkamp to score a goal. Yeah?
But you can see what Bergkamp was doing. T.
Yeah. But you still had to wait 10 games for him to do all that and get a goal.
Yeah. And I've already said on the Back Four channel that I think that Havertz, given a chance, he should really be a top goal scorer based on the chances that we create. So I think he can get 10 to 15 goals. I've already said that. And that's being generous.
Oops.
That was in it, one.
What's just going on with my Oh, this is just unbelievable.
What minute you on, Zone?
No.
12:45.
Yeah, you're a minute ahead of me.
So we're just the replays of the Havertz miss. It's tough, but all you needed to literally get your studs onto the ball. He's ahead of his man. I don't know how he misses. The goal is completely empty. Got the return of Bernd Leno in the Fulham goal. Kicks it long for meat and drink for Kivior. Ball back to Ben White down the right flank. Oh, that's a great ball. Finish. Oh,
Gary, just let you know,
Great ball
Nabil was
from,
asking in the podcast stream, how do you get that service for £15 a month?
You just contact the guy. I'll give you his. I'll put the details in there. Just contact the guy, and then he'll give you a code, and then I suppose you just transfer him the dough.
Mm. All right.
Thomas Partey on the ball.
Can't get nothing.
Odegaard to Saka. Saka inside to Odegaard. Saliba on the ball now.
It's a great ball by Ben White. Oh, Havertz, man, you put some effort into the run, for God's sake.
It looks like he's not pelting it, doesn't it? But then he's not blessed with pace. I've just kind of got to know that.
At least slide or something and try and get a little freaking toe on it.
Isn't he? I would say he's over. I've said he's overweight.
He's what?
I think he's overweight. Havertz.
I don't see how you make that assumption.
Can you imagine the near right with that ball that was just played by Ben White? He's never going to let that go through to the keeper without making an attempt.
Wasn't he quick? Wasn't he quicker? I thought Havertz was a lot quicker than what I see.
You think he's overweight because he's not quick, but he's never been quick. He's not.
No, it's just the way he moves. I've seen him move
quick.
Yeah, but I've seen him move more fluently with the ball. He looks right now to me. He's looking laboured when he's running with the ball.
Well, I mean, it's funny you say that. If you look at the kilometres covered for each player at the end of Palace game, guess who has the most kilometres covered?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean. Yeah, but that's a different stat from what Vince is talking about.
There's many ways to. There's many ways to cover kilometres.
I'll tell you something about fitness for nothing. If you ain't fit, you ain't running more than everybody else.
Yeah, but fitness and speed are two different things, Tone.
Sorry?
Fitness and speed are two different things.
But you're missing the point. He isn't fast. He never has been. You're trying to make
I didn't say he was. Vinci did. I didn't say he was. Vinci did.
But Tone, I'm not trying to make out that he's Theo Walcott. There's fast and there's fast, yeah.
He ain't fast.
I've never said that he's Theo Walcott. I've never said he's the fastest guy out there. What I've said is,
you ask him to run faster, and he's full out, and he can't run faster. Then there's nothing else. But that's no reason to say, oh, he's unfit or he's fat. It just means I'm not a fast player.
Yeah, listen to this.
Harry Kane
guys, listen to this. So listen to this. The fastest Chelsea player in 23 was Kai Havertz with a top speed of 21.7 miles per hour.
Gary, I don't need to explain myself because I see what I see. I see what I see. Yeah, and
take him on.
I've seen him
Thomas Partey, man. That's a terrible. That's a foul.
By Martinelli. Great.
Is that not a foul?
Martinelli. He almost scored. Goalkeeper made a grave. Thomas Partey.
How's that not a foul on Thomas Partey?
In the middle of the park. Who is that? Trossard releasing Gabriel Martinelli. Runs through two players. Unleashes a shot to the bottom left-hand corner. But Bert Leno gets down well. An Arsenal attack already. Oh, again, Saka plays the ball from a acute angle right across the goal line, and literally there's nobody to poke it in. Somebody has to take a gamble there.
But see, that's when we don't play with that Eddie or that Jesus, that central person.
Oh, Havertz was the closest. He should have been more aggressive in saying who's going to come across.
Trossard is always going to drop a little bit deeper. He's never going to get on the end of things. Yeah, that attempt by Martinelli wasn't good enough. That's a back pass.
Oh, cleared off the line.
See, again, Havertz on his heels. Why is he not making a sprint into that? That's an easy tap-in. But he's 5 yards behind the play.
Someone's
5
just
yards
got a
off
yellow.
a pace.
So Arsenal got a foul. It's Raul Jimenez on
Havertz has got
somebody.
he's got to predict that ball's going to come there. That's ridiculous, man.
Jimenez on Saka. Oh, that's nasty. He's just received that. Oh, that is nasty. That's horrible. That's a horrible tackle. I always get worried about Saka when they chop him for fun. So Arsenal have a free kick on the right of the penalty area. 10 yards from the byline. Bukayo Saka shows us his Calvin Klein underpants. Thanks very much.
Martinelli just see when that ball comes across there. Why is Martinelli not just doing a little diving header?
Was he going for a shot there?
Saka's
time. Free kick like he was going for a near post shot.
You don't have that time for that. 1, 2, 3 touch. First touch, put it in.
That's a weird kick. Anyway, it's led to a corner. Arsenal now have a corner which Saka will take. Pressure building from Arsenal. It's very long. Fulham clear.
That thunder's wicked outside my door, man.
It's beautifully sunny here where I am. Obviously, we can see the area is lovely and dry. Saka again down the left. Oh, he's not done that player lovely. Done him. Now looking to break. Oh, Trossard makes a mistake. Oh, Jimenez just did an overhead that nearly went in. Whew.
Too easy for Fulham.
I don't know what, like Ben White just seemed to lose his man completely. Whew. Trossard into the left channel. And Havertz back to Trossard.
That's a terrible header by Ben White.
Ball there for Martinelli. Fulham again on the break, 3-on-2. Well defended by Ben White. Fulham get a corner though. So after the calamitous first minute, Arsenal settled down and are playing good football here. What's your thoughts, gents?
I just think when you give teams like Fulham and that something to hold on to, you're asking for trouble. Ramsdale looks a bit shaky. His footwork, I mean, even that shot there that went for a corner, he didn't know really where he was. His feet weren't set. I don't know why we've got to make it hard for ourselves all the time. Especially at home. When we play away, we're a different team.
Gaz, you say that every game.
Because it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, but everybody makes it hard for themselves, don't they? Really? Does anybody play a game of football and it's not? It's not. Time for the good stuff.
Time for the non-alcoholic stuff. It's like a game of pinball in there, man.
Go on, Havertz. It just doesn't have a taste.
21.7 miles an hour is quite fast, Tone, no? For a runner?
Yeah. Fast, isn't it?
So he has got pace, he's just does he decide to use it? That's the question. You don't suddenly get clocked at 21.7 miles an hour and then all of a sudden go down to 15 miles an hour, do you?
Here's the difference though, Gary. Some people take 10 yards to get to 21 miles an hour. People can do it in 3 yards flat. Yeah? I'll give you the typical example.
Maybe he should start running from a further distance away.
Okay, so that's the point. So me being an athlete, yeah, knows that you can take Tony Adams, a typical example of a player who has very slow starting speed. But when Tony Adams got it full out, he matched everybody in the Premier League. Am I lying, Tone?
Yeah, he matched him, but you're talking about a defender. We're talking about Havertz. Havertz ain't no defender. So
but
when I'm saying that he's quick, I've seen him.
The point I'm making.
I think it's about desire, isn't it? It's a desire to want to get to the ball.
Yeah, but there are players who are fast, quick, sharp reflexes.
Terrible
and there are
ball
others who take a longer time to run. Yeah? Teddy Sheringham has no pace, but anybody would tell you he's one of the best strikers we've ever had in the country.
Who's that?
Gary
Harry Wilson just wide.
Pace. Yeah? Our Manchester has bags of pace and nothing else. I understand that the man can run fast.
Can Havertz dribble?
God damn.
Can Havertz dribble? Can Havertz dribble with the ball?
I think that's a bit of a odd question. He's saying he can't.
No, I'm asking. Can he dribble with the ball?
Is that a rhetorical question? Everybody can dribble with the ball. Who can't dribble with the ball? I don't know a player who plays football at any level who can't dribble with the ball.
No, I'm asking because I know exactly. I know exactly. I see him. Hold on, funny. Let me finish. No, there's some players that can't dribble. Let's be real. There are some players that can't dribble.
Name me.
Okay, so I know why I said what I said when I looked at Carl Havertz. I've seen him in the flesh, I've seen him on TV, and I've seen him at Chelsea. Whilst dribbling with the ball, I know exactly. I'm not comparing him with Walcott. I'm not comparing him with any of the lightning quick strikers running off the ball or dribbling. I'm just looking at the player.
Oh, Havertz,
and
you've
I'm
got to
seeing what
make
I'm
a
seeing at
tackle,
Arsenal
proper
right now,
tackle there.
and I know exactly what I'm saying.
So what are you, Tone?
I've said it. You've said to me that you compared fast with fast. I thought, and I've seen Havertz run right now, and I've said what I've said. I don't think he looks fit. He could lose some weight. I believe he could lose some weight because I've seen him quicker running with the ball.
Seen him run with the ball and dribble around 3 players just now. 29-20, Tom, when you see it, he just run around 3.
Unfortunately, I
with the
can't
ball.
see anything because my stream is buffering. So I'm that's why I'm not commenting, because I can't actually see anything. It's annoying me now.
Yeah, I'm watching it now, Toad. Well, he didn't really dribble around 3 players. He had the ball. He ran backwards and passed it to Partey.
I know that
I wouldn't class it as a dribble
there
around
is
3
a player
players.
there. I'm
With the
confident that
ball at his
at
feet,
65
that's
million,
called dribbling.
See now, look, Arsenal
At
have advanced. He's
65
just sauntering through the middle
million,
of the
there should
pitch at
be a
walking
player
speed,
there.
like he's playing walking football there. I don't criticise him too much because I thought he had 2 good games against Forest and Palace.
Oh! Saka's
I can't
missed
see
the
anything,
sitter.
man.
Saka is the sitter. Great cross from Trossard. The ball over the top of Odegaard, his defender. Saka is free. But he into the floor. It hits the floor and goes over the bar. And based on the fact that he's the last man, he can actually stop the ball and pass it in the net.
As I said to Apollo just before the game
Terrible
started,
header.
I said to him that yes, we've got the positivity that we're not conceding goals, but today we have. But we are not. The chances that we are creating and we're missing is a concern, even this early in the season.
Yeah, agreed.
It's weird how finish. Unlucky. Martinelli gets a target saved by Bernd Leno. We're knocking at the door, boys. We're at the door. I don't know about
We should have blasted that door down by now, Toad.
Saka in that situation.
In a game that we have totally dominated, and we're playing good football. We're creating opportunities.
Saka could have used the score.
What was that, Tone?
I disagree because I don't understand. You see, there's a huge problem when there's a negative word about, like, as if anything you say that is different is negative. I just think it's poor, because I don't think Gary's been negative. I don't think I've been negative.
Poor, Tone. What are you seeing? That's
well, I've just said it.
Dominating.
I've just said it.
Yeah.
You asked me to repeat what I've just said. I don't think Gary's been negative at all today. I don't think I've been negative at all today. But you're saying that we've been negative in a game where we're making chances.
But did you not just say Kai Havertz is not fit and he's fat?
Oh. Okay. Do you know what?
Do you know what? I don't know what is.
Tony, do you know what? I think you've got the stream. Look back and listen to what's been said, and then you're gonna focus on what you've just asked us.
Did those words come out of, or am I making that up, though?
That's a great cross. Oh, Kai Havertz.
I'm watching the game.
That's a lovely cross put in by Saka there.
Yeah.
And it's just behind Havertz. And if he hadn't healed that, Trossard was coming in behind him.
So Arsenal build again from the back. Ben White on the ball, looking for options. Finds Declan Rice, who finds Thomas Partey. Moving the ball nicely. Switch of play. Out to Martinelli. He's driving the defender now. Oops, miss. Thomas Partey. Saka now. We go down the other wing. Ben White making one of those runs. Saka one-on-one. Inside to Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. Oh, to Martinelli for Kai Havertz. He knows it. Oh, control from
with the
Thomas
chances
Partey.
we've created in this half time and the position we've had, we should have scored at least one goal.
At least 4.
Well, no, I'm saying at least one. Do you know what I mean?
That's
But
why I can't be negative. Poor finishing is not the fault of a system. Negative has got nothing to do with
but when you've got Saka puts a ball in and Havertz is at the back post unmarked, but doesn't make that move 5 yards further forward for a simple tap in.
Yeah,
that's something fundamentally wrong in the player.
And what about Saka missing a header from 2 yards?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but it's two different things, Tom.
Same situation, Gary.
No, it's not. It's two different things.
No, same situation.
That's a player not anticipating.
No goalkeeper is in the goal. All you have to do is get into the front of the ball, and it goes in the net.
Yeah, Tom, it's two different things, right? You've got a player that's not anticipating a cross into the middle. The Saka header, he's probably not expecting it to reach him, and when it does, he heads it down into the ground. It's a bad miss, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as not anticipate. You can't anticipate the ball coming over everybody else and finding you at the far post. Havertz, and not just Havertz, whether it be Martinelli, if that's Eddie Nketiah in the middle, that's 1-1. If it's Jesus in the middle, that's 1-1. Because they're anticipating that ball can come there from that cross.
Go on, Thomas Partey. He is a Rolls Royce telling you. Oh, and then he plays a pass that. Oh, get in there. Go on. Oh. Some beautiful football Arsenal right now. I'm telling you. Tone, I hope you're getting to watch because this is some beautiful football. I know we're losing, but we are playing superbly at the moment.
What does it say?
It's like every minute and a half, my channel seems to go out. So
go on, Dex. Go on, Dex.
Right, so chaps, Arsenal have conceded in the first minute in 3 of their last 9 Premier League home games.
Go on. Oh. So I didn't quite catch that. I was getting a little bit carried away with the effort.
So Arsenal have conceded in the first minute in 3 of their last 9 Premier League home games.
It's bad. It's a bad situation.
How many of those were at the back end of last season? When we were in the
it was Southampton and Bournemouth, and then obviously today against Fulham. Yeah, it was the 2 games back in the last season, weren't it? Home games, Bournemouth, when we went 2-0 down.
Okay, so it's 3 out of the 9. It still isn't bad. It's just those games were going for the title, and You said 3 out of 9. You said.
Yeah, 3 out of the last 9 home games we've conceded in the first minute.
And 2 of those were.
Bournemouth was in 13 seconds, weren't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's the stat says one thing, but it's 2 different seasons, 2 different formations difference. But again, it's, as I say, it's coincidence. It's in the first minute.
Not a good coincidence.
No, it's not. My screen's down again.
It's a terrible stat.
It's back up now.
And it always comes from our own mistakes. Odegaard gives the ball away high up and we get punished. People push him forward before the ball's actually in motion.
Come on, boys. Was in. Oh. Overload there that wasn't taken advantage of. Arsenal had numbers in, but Martinelli failed to deliver the pass. Go on. Oh. See, again, Martinelli in front of the goal, back straight at the keeper. Golden opportunity. Golden opportunity. He might have been slightly offside. He might have been slightly offside. Guys, what I'm seeing is a system that's creating a lot of opportunities. We're in again, seconds later. Yes! Get in! Offside. It's offside. Is it a goal? Yeah, it's offside. Oh, I'm seeing some fantastic ball movement. Who's offside here? Havertz. Yeah.
See, Jesus and Ketty must be sitting on that bench thinking, damn, man, I could have scored a hatful today already.
Yeah. I get that, Gal. I understand that.
Yeah, Havertz is offside, isn't it? Just for seeing it now.
I personally.
But that was a terrible pullback.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? It was so terrible. It actually worked.
Yeah, it was.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was so terrible. It actually worked.
Yeah.
There's no need to be offside there, to be perfectly honest.
Should have come earlier. Personally, I think the ball, the pass in the ball is what causes him to go offside. Because he's expecting that ball straight as you see it. I'm going to make that move. It's a good line by Fulham, in all honesty. It's a very good line. But it's also a very high line. They could get punished for that. Saka down the left. Saka keeps getting bundled over by the defenders. Oh, what a ball.
Yeah, I just saw it. Havertz offside.
So one of the Fulham defenders is now spoken to because he's all over Trossard.
Why didn't Trossard play that first time, man? Back to Odegaard.
Ball goes wide to keep your cross-field ball, perfect for.
See, I think in this team, we've got too many ball players and not enough attackers. Does that make sense?
No.
So Trossard and Odegaard are very similar. Yeah. So when you're playing them both in the team, you lose the focal. You lose the focal point.
What a strike from Odegaard! But unfortunately for him, Bert Leno got his feet across well and out of the air. It was goal bound all the way, but Bert Leno got his feet right and picked that one out. Tell you, we're getting chances, boys. At 43-55.
So you can have 100 chances a game, unless you can score a couple of them, it don't make no difference. Yeah, simple save. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. If you've got Trossard and Odegaard are very much alike, they're not the focal point of the attack. Martinelli and Saka are also not the focal point of the attack. So you're losing that focal point which Eddie and Jesus give you as a number 9.
Yeah, I understand.
So it doesn't quite work.
Yeah,
I think to accommodate Trossard, you have to either drop Martinelli or Saka.
Yeah, I get that. Saka free in the box. Oh, deliver Saka. He's got to deliver there. Tried one too many players. He literally was in the box with a bunch of players waiting for a delivery. And he got robbed because he tried to go round one play. It's a corner to Arsenal. Rain started to fall at Arsenal. They're going to be 2 minutes of injury time. 2 minutes injury time. We're into the 46th minute already. Cross the corner from Saka. It's long. Out by the Fulham defenders. And they press to give a throw in.
Yeah, he's got to cross that ball, isn't he?
It's quite heavy rain falling out there now. Arteta's getting soaked. It's the Fulham manager. Got about a minute, 45 seconds, I would say, of the first half left.
All the fans moving away from the front.
Yeah. Oh, Dex lost that duel. Well up top. Ben White in the middle of the park. So with about 10 seconds left to do
Silva needs
something.
a jacket, mate. Someone get that man a jacket.
Oh, Odegaard, that was a bad error. Okay, got it back. Saka move back in. Get back inside. It's 2-on-1. He can't get out there. And the whistle's blown for half time. So Arsenal going 1-0 down. As I've tried to allude to, as far as it's been a very attractive and attacking first half of football. Unfortunately, marred by some really poor defending within the first minute where we conceded a goal by Pereira from Fulham. But the rest of the half, we still, had the odd little blip where we let Fulham in to give the opportunity. But there's no doubt that the swing of play was so heavy on the goal that really, with a decent striker on the pitch, sure we'd have had 2 or 3 more goals than we currently have. Thoughts, Gary?
I just think we're missing that focal point, to be honest. It's all very pretty. You can have as many chances as you want, but if you don't put something in the net, it makes no difference. I think, you're trying to accommodate Trossard. It doesn't work as that false 9 or whatever you want to call it. I just think you got Eddie on the bench there. I think he would have he would have snapped up one of them chances. He's alert in the box. I think the one where Saka crosses the ball and Havertz is at the far part. I think it's criminal that you're not gambling that ball's going to come there for a simple tapping. You're 5 yards behind. When as soon as you see him got that ball, you should be making that run. So when it comes across, it's a simple tapping. Apart from that, I think Martinelli's been wasteful, which is kind of par for the course for Martinelli. He's carried on from where he left off last week. We've looked shaky at the back. We haven't looked settled. So it's been a bit of a mystery, really, that first half, in my opinion.
Tone?
Yeah, I mean, listen, mistakes are gonna cost you. Give teams like Fulham a sniff, and it's really, since the goal, it's really been all Arsenal, to be honest. But even in the possession that we have, there's been quite a few. I just think we're sloppy, and it's frustrating to watch when you have a team that's just going to sit back at you, and then you're going to have all the ball, you're going to create chances, and then the chances come and you're snatching at it or you're making the wrong decision. You know, that Odegaard shot was a great shot, strike on goal, and it's like he cut against the shot where the angle was beautiful for a curler that he normally curls in the top corner, and it's just sometimes it's just not going the way it should go in those situations. You know, at the start of the game, I didn't see Fulham being a threat, and they're not a threat, but we're a threat to ourselves when we're not capitalising on this possession. And you know, I was just looking in that last 10 minutes in the shape of how the team is, and when Saka has the ball, you know, is there an overlap? Is there a way where we can get behind them and give them something else different? And with Trossard in the team, I'm expecting triangles, because if Havertz isn't going to stretch and get behind, then I'm expecting triangles and us to use the ball to get through Fulham. And it has been working, but it hasn't been producing quality chances. And that's what I'm hoping to see in the second half, because our intensity has to increase, because I think we're playing at a level that is comfortable for Forest right now. We're at home, and
Tom,
we now have to chase the game.
I have to push back on that. If you think Fulham are coasting in this game when we've hammered their goal, then I don't know what you need to see that this is such a one-sided beatdown minus a goal.
Yeah, but Tone, if you listen to what I said, okay.
Say it again.
Okay. Since the goal, it's been all Arsenal, okay?
Right.
So if it's been all Arsenal and you've got all that possession, then it's what you're doing with the ball. At the end of the day, there's no argument. It's what are you doing with the ball? Because all these stats about having all this possession, ball, you're 1-0 down, okay? You're at home. You've had chances, and the chances are we've been snatching at chances, and we haven't really been making real clear-cut chances where, you know what, it's a goal.
Stop. So you just said didn't create clear-cut chances. Look at the chance
that Saka had. It's a chance, okay? He snatched at it.
Is it not a clear-cut chance?
Tone, okay. Can I just say something? Everything I say on this stream, okay, I don't want to have to keep on explaining myself, because there's no point me being on the stream. Because I've listened to your comments, and I can comment to every single thing that you've said. But it's clear what I've said. Clear as crystal day. Okay? It's a chance. He snatched at it. But it wasn't a clear-cut chance where, do you know what? The ball came over. It was a chance.
I personally
he used
think
his
with the
head.
Saka chance,
He used his head. He could have used his feet. But his first instinct went to his head. The point I'm trying to say is in the second half, okay, I would like to see Arsenal increase the tempo. And when I say increase the tempo and using overlaps. That's going to make Fulham have something else different to think of. Because right now, they can sit back and nullify that space, and we're shooting from range. That's
I think
what
the
I'm
thing
talking
is,
about.
what you're saying there, Vincey, is correct. But with the system that he's playing, with Ben White at centre back and Partey that's inverted right back central midfielder, we're never going to get the overlap to help Saka, and Kyrgios's not doing it on the left. So two players are not being used in attacking positions where they would be if they was other players. You know, with
And
the
that's
Saka
what I'm
chance,
saying.
I don't think he expects it to come to him.
No, he didn't.
It's a half a chance because he's not expecting that ball to come all the way through to him. By the time it gets to him, the ball's dipping and he gets his
Thank
header
you.
all wrong. But
And
maybe he
thank you.
can use his feet. Maybe he can do a little side volley.
And that's what I'm saying
So
about
maybe he
clear
got confused
chances.
in the moment. We haven't
And
had
that's what
any
I'm saying
clear
about clear
chances.
chances.
Not real
There's chances
clear-cut
there.
chances.
That's all I'm saying.
I think Leno's made one decent save. The rest of the saves have been routine.
And at the end of the day, it's the second half. You know, we're going to have to raise the intensity. He's going to have to make some changes at some point, and players are going to have to take chances because a team that's 1-0 up, Fulham don't need to come at us. And to me, it's comfortable for them. We need to make it uncomfortable for them. If others don't see that, it's fine. It's okay. We can all see the game differently.
You know, I think Martinelli's been wasteful again. He's really got to improve his final ball and his shooting because he's had a couple of chances that he may have buried one of them, but it's like tame shots, like literally back passes back to the goalkeeper. So there's really, I just think we're missing that focal point up front. We're missing that Eddie. What he gives us, the hassle of defenders, the closing down of the keeper. We haven't got that today.
Yeah, I can understand that, Gal. I can understand that.
I remember that goal from John Hartson.
So we've had 4, 5, 6, 7 shots, 8 shots, 8 of which 4 have been on target.
Yeah, but out of them 4 that's on target, Tone, the keeper's had to make one decent save. All the rest have been routine.
Bukayo Saka with 2 key passes, Leandro Trossard 3
Yeah,
key passes.
one that led to the Fulham goal. Does that count?
Kai Havertz with 2 passes. Player with the least number of Kai Havertz, 19.
Was that least number of touches? Was that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't really been involved so far in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm not like going to throw the really criticise it, because I thought he was really good in the first 2 games. He done a lot of stuff off the ball. You know, last week against Palace, when we needed him to go up front and hold the ball up, he done really well.
Mm.
So I'm not going to criticise, but I think this week, today, he's just been non-existent.
He's not on it. He needs. I'd change it at half time. I think it'd be.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would get Eddie or Jesus on.
Yeah, I think with the
I'd get
amount
Eddie or Jesus on, and I'd take off Martinelli.
Yeah,
but he'll probably take off Trossard.
Would you not take off Havertz? Because to me,
I would. I would personally. Havertz or Martinelli.
Look at that stat of 9 touches compared to everybody else. Ben White 58, Kivior 41, Odegaard 85, Declan Rice 49, Bukayo Saka 48. 9 touches means you ain't involved in the game enough.
Personally, I would either take off Havertz or Martinelli, but I just feel I've got a feeling he loves Martinelli too much, and so no matter how bad he plays, he always gets a start.
The fact that Martinelli's had 4 shots free on target tells he's a lot more involved in the game. I'm just seeing some other statistics here. Let's see if I can grab these quickly. Oh, I missed it. Pass accuracy. With comparing Martinelli to Pereira, all over that.
81% pass accuracy for Martinelli.
Yeah. The player with the best pass accuracy is actually Kai Havertz, 93.8%.
Yeah, but if he's only touched the ball 9 times, that's why.
19 times, yeah.
Oh, 19 times, that's why. The less you touch it, the higher your pass accuracy is going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like me going on the pitch, making 1 pass, 100%, and then not passing to anybody else.
Totally agree. It's going to be interesting what Arteta does. How does he stick with this without a goal coming? But as I said, I'm not totally pleased with the performance. You know, I've seen seen on Twitter somebody saying, you know, this is terrible. He's watching a terrible game.
I can tell you now that Eddie is on.
Yeah, I can see him.
The players are coming out. Eddie's in the tunnel.
I can see him.
It looks like Trossard is off.
Yeah, you need a goal. You need to convert chances.
Listen, if you're playing badly and you're creating chances, it's not a bad thing. But You've got to convert 1 or 2 of them chances. And if you're not doing that, Gaz, that's not good.
That's what it boils down to. You know, we didn't play badly, but we didn't convert chances we created. And we created so many in that half. You know, I honestly believe, you know, we play that with a clinical striker like Eddie, we're scoring 2 goals at least. You know, what we do is make sure that we don't do any silly foolishness like we did in the first minute.
I mean, but see, it's he's trying to shoehorn in Trossard, but he doesn't want to take out Martinelli, and he doesn't want to take out Saka, but he wants to put a player in there that doesn't really fit the position he wants him to play, because he's going to drop and play as a 10 on the other side. You know, so it just doesn't work. Yeah, so Trossard is off and Eddie's on. I told you it'd be Trossard, didn't I?
Yeah, you was right.
If I was Trossard, I'd be aggrieved.
As you said, Gaz, he's got his favourite. Come on, boys, just move this around. Move this around quicker. Systematically, Gaz, have you got an issue with Arsenal playing a back three?
If you've got the personnel to play as the attacking wing backs, then yeah. I don't think Kyrgios's that guy.
But he's not
And
playing as
Partey's
a
not that
wing
guy.
back.
You could
He's
go
playing back three.
You could
He's
go
playing with
Gabriel
the back
Saliba
three.
and
So the back three, like
who is?
Kivior and Saliba. So Kivior is not a wing. The oh, what's happened? What's my check? Game just changed. What the hell's going on now?
Go on, great ball, Ed. See, that's what I mean. Eddie's been on, literally gone. Oh, have a Odegaard. Just sort your feet out. So straight away there, Eddie gets involved in the play. Plays a nice 1-2 with Saka, and Arsenal were able to break. And then, unfortunately, Odegaard just couldn't sort out his feet. See, go on, Odegaard. Oh, why are you trying to play that ball? No fouls now. Too easy.
What's happened? Why is my
Well played, Declan
channel
Rice.
I'm watching has just decided to change the game?
So Eddie's already linked up play twice really nicely. And more importantly, after he's linked up the play, he's gone and got himself in the middle. Here we come with Saka now. Saka into the penalty area. Oh, misplaced pass to Odegaard. It falls to Rice. Back to Odegaard. Well played, Saka. Now cross it, Saka.
Ewan.
Oh, easy shot. Straight at Bernd Leno. But so you've got 3 players in the box at the back post. Cross the ball.
Yeah.
Good feet. But you've got Eddie and Kai Havertz at the far post. Cross the ball.
Yeah. And Martinelli as well. Too many players at the back stick that you can't put that on the... You put that on the back stick, one of them...
Ben White driving forward now. Well played. Oh, Ben White, just knock it to Odegaard. Frick's sake.
Silly. Just play the...
It was such a simple ball tone.
Yeah, play the easy pass.
And he's tried to do the difficult thing and lose the ball. Fulham break, but Arsenal win it back. Oh, unlucky. Well retained,
So,
Odegaard there.
Victor, how are you, my friend? The prophets of doom. Arteta out, gang. I just can't get these people.
So Odegaard cross hits Saka and goes out for a goal kick. Yellow card for Fulham for time wasting over the goal kick. As it get a good press, Arsenal. Well played, Thomas Partey.
Rolls Royce.
Ben White, what the hell? Ramsdale passed in the ball. He kind of done a little 360 round the ball and almost got caught in possession. So Fulham have got a 51% win chance, which is interesting.
This is becoming one of them really frustrating games where you dominate and you're like,
oh, Kai Havertz, you didn't need to play that ball. So the ball gets played from Saliba to Havertz. Havertz has got time to turn, and he plays the first time ball back to Declan Rice and loses possession. He had acres of space. He didn't need to play that ball. He could have turned and drove forward. And the Cova Reed shoots wide. That's what I mean about we just create our own problems. That was nonsense from Havertz.
you got a decent stream, Tom.
Well done, Eddie. Look at that. That's what we was missing in the first half, man. Good run, Havertz. Oh, across the ball, man. Oh, he's offside. Good, great strength by Eddie there. And did you see that when Havertz, even though Havertz was offside, had he crossed that first time, Saliba, Saka was at the back post, totally unmarked. Play it now, look, line ball.
What minute you on, Gaz?
53-45.
I've gone backwards.
I've changed my stream.
Behind you now.
Yeah, I've changed my stream.
Okay. About seconds behind you now.
I'm watching it on the Croatian channel. Arsenal give the ball away again. Partey gets robbed.
Sorry, guys, my
phone
phone was on mute, and I was answering both of your questions, but it was on mute. Yeah, my stream is in and out, so it's frustrating. But I was going to ask you, Gary.
He didn't touch him, ref.
Sorry, Gary, I was going to ask you on the stream that you're looking at. On the stream that you're looking at, do you have to change the channel often?
No, if one's behind, I can just go find another one.
And it's there.
So if I was watching it on SuperSport in South Africa, and that was a bit behind, so then I just changed it. So Partey's off. Partey's off. Zinchenko's on. And Fabio Vieira's on. And Havertz is off.
Interesting.
So if you're Emil Smith Rowe, you must be sitting there thinking, what the hell? What have I got to do to get a minute in this game?
Yeah.
And that's early substitution, 55 minutes.
Yeah. And I'm glad about that.
So Gary,
Well, if
there's
it's not
different.
working, you got to try and fix it, innit? If it's
You got
broke,
to
try and fix it.
exactly.
If it's not broke, stick with it.
Yeah, I agree. Happy that he's making changes.
Gary, I spoke to.
Before the...
Stop it.
Yeah, go on, Vincey.
Yeah, I spoke to Apollo before the game and he was talking about Smith Rowe and
Right, Paul.
Vieira
Come on, Vieira.
getting minutes.
Oh, terrible cross.
And I said that
So again, Eddie dropping deep, picks up the ball, turns, and Arsenal can play it through. Arsenal have a corner. Eddie's done more in the 9 minutes of this first half than I saw from any Arsenal player in the first half. Martinelli with the corner. Well kept in, Martinelli. Come on, Zinchenko, play forward. Well played, Ben White. Arsenal got the ball with Martinelli. Zinchenko on the overlap. He should have really crossed it first time. Arsenal have a throw. Easy clearance. Well, great touch, Martinelli. It's all Arsenal. With Saka now. To Odegaard, edge of the box. Shot straight at Bernd Leno. Easy save. Easy save. Oh, that was nearly a fluke goal. So Leno plays it out to the Fulham player. Odegaard shuts him down. As he plays the ball, it hits Odegaard, loops up in the air straight into Bernd Leno's arms. Eddie's giving away a free kick here. I don't even think that was a foul, to be honest. Let's have a look at it. Oh, barely touched him. Marco Silva still hasn't got a jacket on. He's going to catch a cold. Free header. Well claimed, Aaron Ramsdale. Now go, Arsenal. Come on. Good ball, Kyrgios. Zinchenko loses it. Rice wins it back. No free kick given. Well played, William Saliba. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. So Saliba knocks it back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale comes out, heads it. And for a minute, it looked like it was going to fall to the Fulham player on the edge of the box. Lucky enough, it went to Declan Rice. Don't shoot. Oh, Odegaard, come on. So Arsenal work it well down the right-hand side. Odegaard gets to the byline. He cuts back in. Again, Martinelli's free at the far post. And Odegaard shoots wildly over the bar. Got to be crossing that to the far post. You got Eddie in the middle. You got Fabio Vieira there. So play stop. Andres Pereira's down with an injury. If Arsenal don't get something out of this game, it's criminal. So they're just showing the goal again. Party really doesn't need to push up there. And I don't know what Ramsdale's doing. Why is he not backpedaling? I have no idea. He turns to his left and starts running to his left. Starts running to his left.
Maybe he's trying to
He
get back
loses his
into
bearings. He don't know where he is.
Maybe he was trying to get back into the middle of the goal.
So Pereira for Fulham is coming off.
Arsenal. If we get a goal, we win it, but we need a goal now.
Well, in 70 minutes, we forced one save from Leno. That was par for the course for him. Simple. We need to work the areas we was working in the first half, but now we've got Eddie there. Let's make it count. So the game restarts. Leno sends it long. Saliba, Kirill beating in the air. Back with Ramsdale. Well played, Zinchenko. Arsenal come down the right. Well played, Fabio Vieira.
He's a baller, you know. I think he gets a little bit fair stick sometimes.
Well played, Saliba. Go on, Odegaard. Now use it. Go on, Ed. Go on, Eddie. Oh! Martin. Oh! So great disguised pass by by Odegaard sends Eddie through wide of the goal. He crosses it. Martinelli is outside the far post. Had he been inside the post, it's a simple tapping. Simple tapping. He tries to knock it back to Vieira, and the chance is gone. Maybe he should be shooting at goal from there. So Arsenal in full control. We just need to create that one opportunity and take it. Great ball,
Yeah.
Declan Rice to Odegaard. Odegaard loses it. Don't foul him. How's that a foul, ref? And the press is on. Eddie goes to press Leno. Come get in their faces. And Fulham knock it long straight back to Arsenal. And it's a yellow card, foul on Zinchenko. Free kick, Arsenal, middle of the Fulham half. Oh, that's a nasty tackle, you know. That studs up halfway up the shin.
Ouch.
Everything's in
Jesus
front of Fulham. There's
wept.
no runs behind or nothing, you know. Got to get them players running deep. Great switch, Declan Rice. Penalty! It's got to be a penalty. Yes! Penalty Arsenal! So great switch from Declan Rice to Martinelli. Martinelli plays Fabio Vieira through. He takes a touch round the defender. Clearly brought down. Clear penalty all day long. It's a trip all day long. Penalty to Arsenal. What a stupid challenge that is. And I love the way the defender gets up and makes out that Vieira's dived.
Yeah, Martinelli's got to be careful in that situation because I think they've been
clear penalty all day.
Yeah.
Well done, Fabio Vieira.
Finally, a runner from midfield. So Saka again has got the ball in his hands,
which means he's not taking it.
And that's correct.
You don't need VAR for that.
And that's what I was talking about, having somebody on the overlap to stretch the defence. When you're doing that,
so they're just checking it's a penalty. If Jesus Christ, you shouldn't be a referee, mate. If you can't see that's a penalty,
if you can't see that, absolutely. 100%.
Do you know what I mean? If you can't see that's a penalty, you shouldn't be a referee.
Yeah, that's the clearest case of a penalty you'll ever.
Yeah, so Saka's placing the ball. He's going to take it. Odegaard doesn't look happy. He's walked out the area and he doesn't look happy.
I can't believe they don't know who's going to take this. I cannot believe they don't know who's taking penalties. Fundamentals, isn't it, Gaz?
So the ref blows the whistle. It's a short run up from Saka. Short run up. He's literally taken 2 steps back. So now they're moaning the ball's not on the spot. So Saka puts the ball back exactly where it is. Yes. And all the Fulham players are moaning that the ball's not on the spot. It's touching the very edge of the spot. So he's probably 11 and a half yards from goal. Yeah, 11 yards, 11 and 3/4 yards from goal. 2 steps back, up steps Saka, and the star boy puts it in the corner, 1-1.
Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's dispense with all this rubbish negativity. Let's win this game.
I don't think it was negativity, Tone. I think we're just making valid points.
Yeah.
Havertz wasn't working today. You know, the system didn't allow us any overlaps. He'd made changes straight away. Vieira makes a run that Havertz wouldn't have. Gets the ball, penalty. Zinchenko comes in the middle of the pitch. He does Zinchenko like business. Comes in from left to centre to right, makes things happen. So Fulham are making subs. They got Mr. Baby Oils coming on. Mr. Baby Oils coming on, and they brought on that Reed dude. And Mr. Baby Oil. He doesn't look so oiled up today. What's going on, man? Look at the size of this guy, man. He should be in WWE.
He should be a front liner in like a rugby team.
He'd be a centre.
A prop forward.
Eddie battling. You know what? Eddie battles so well. He's battling. He's top class. Oh, did he take 2 steps forward, ref? Why don't you give me a yellow card for that? Come on, Arsenal, don't muck about with it here. Give it to Zinchenko, no? Oh, great ball. Oh, well defended. Oh, claims for another penalty there. Is VAR going to look at that? So Saka gets played through. And the cross comes in. Eddie! So
I told you, have faith.
So from the original chance, the defender is laying on the goal line, on the touch line, edge of the area. He's playing everyone on side. Arsenal continue playing. The ball gets played out wide. It's a first time cross in the middle, and Eddie's there to finish. This is what I was saying in the first half. There is no focal point of the attack.
Yeah, who put that cross in? Because that was a beauty.
It was Martinelli, I believe.
Wasn't it Zinchenko?
No. So yeah, we're watching it again. Oh, are they going to give a foul here? 1 second. No, it's going to be ruled out.
Oh
no, it can't be ruled out because hold on. There's a chance this may be ruled out. You know,
I think it's
because
Vieira.
the defender on the line is behind the goalkeeper. So when Saka comes back on side, that's offside. I'm sure the defender has to be in front of the goalkeeper.
It's Vieira. Vieira put the cross in.
Great cross from Vieira.
Yeah, Fabio Vieira.
That is a finish. That is a great finish.
But this is what I'm saying, Tone. The focal point of the attack.
Yeah.
You take it out of the team, you've got all these people that can move around, fair enough. But who's going to get on the end of stuff? Who's going to get on the end of stuff and finish?
Yeah.
Which is what I was saying. That ball, when Saka crosses it, if Eddie's there, that's a goal in the first half. So great contribution from Fabio Vieira. So Marco Silva is still going mad at the fourth official. He's been given a yellow card and he's still going mad. The player should have rolled off the pitch, shouldn't he? Laying on the pitch. Should have rolled off, mate. There. He was on the line. Well played, Declan Rice. Saka, why are you in there, Saka? It's amazing how substitutions can turn the game around.
And good things that Arsenal have got now.
So it's exactly like last week when he made the substitution when we went down to 10 men against Palace.
Yeah.
Here come Fulham. And the goal kick, Arsenal. see, this is what we want to see from Fabio Vieira. We want to see him affecting the game when he comes on. And so far, he's come on and he's done the business. He's done more in the 15 minutes, 20 minutes he's been on than Havertz done in 55.
And he's got an eye for goal as well.
And an assist, let's not forget. Eddie wins the ball in the air. Let's see Arsenal. Hi, Neil. I don't believe if Eddie's fit, you could leave him out, to be perfectly honest. I think it's more a case of you have to rotate. Pardon?
Do you think he's carrying a slight knock? Lee?
No, if you're fit enough for the bench, you're fit enough to start.
Well, you say
if
that.
There's an injury in the first minute,
but think about
you have to come on and play the full game, though.
Gabriel Jesus isn't 100% fit either. We know that. He's only
but he's working his way back to match fitness, isn't he? So he get 10, 15 minutes towards the end.
So that's what makes me think. I mean, it doesn't make sense why you would drop Eddie unless he's got something, because he is focal point of the attack. And
this is a case of he's just trying to please the players that are on the bench. Well played, Odegaard. Great feet, Odegaard. One more Vieira. Oh, great time, Fabio Vieira. Taxi! What a turn that was. Absolutely superb. Fabio Vieira's running things. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Zinchenko wins it back. Eddie's there to link play again. Brilliant. I tell you, Eddie's game has come on so much in the last 2 seasons. And I think if he's fit, for me, he gets the nod over Jesus up front. There's no doubt in my mind that guy will score you 20 goals a season if he plays regularly.
Yeah. It's a nice dynamic to have.
What is that? But Leno looked like he grabbed the ball from outside and brought it back into his area.
So we've had this question of times, Gal and Tony. Would you pick up that? I've just seen what you said.
Yeah, you see it.
Pulls that in.
He reached out, pulled it back in, did he not?
His feet are outside the area.
Hold on. So they're checking it. He's going back with a yellow card.
It's Mikel Arteta.
Oh, yellow card for Mikel Arteta.
I think that's a yellow card. I think that's a penalty.
It can't be a penalty.
That's a handball by the keeper, no?
It's a free kick on the edge of the area.
Oh, free kick.
No, it's not.
Sorry, free kick. How many yellow cards before Arteta gets a ban?
5.
Is it not the same as players in that?
He's not the same, so we can keep getting yellow cards.
No, it is.
Great play, Odegaard. Come on, Eddie. Drive, Eddie. Look it. Oh, go on, Martinelli. Oh.
Go on, Tony.
I think it's like if you get 5 yellow cards before Christmas and then 10 yellow cards in February, that's something like that, Tone.
For the manager?
No, yes.
Okay. I know for players, but I'm just concerned that
Then
That's his second one. The other one was, what was it? The FA Cup. I mean, the Charity Shield. Where
Yeah.
you got the yellow card. Okay.
so Fulham are
Baby
finally
oil man
getting
just went
some
flying through the air.
of possession.
And anywhere else on the
Consistently
pitch, that's a foul. Martinelli shielding the ball. He gets bundled over. The ball rolls out, and the ref gives a corner. Oh, Saliba. Could have played that ball, Saliba, man. Everyone's making a run. Tried to do too much. Remember, you're a centre back.
He's not centre back, my friend. He's a
Oh, look at that
colossus.
switch, man. Oh, no, that's a foul. Yes. Bye-bye. See you later. Fulham down to 10. Centre back sent off. 2 yellows. So, again, the ball gets broken up. Eddie takes it, knocks it past him. He fouls him. Eddie was running clean through. Second yellow. Fulham down to 10. We should be able to see the game out from here.
Yeah, with 8 minutes left, plus injury time.
And what a stupid foul. Eddie, I don't know if he meant to do it, but it's such a dumb foul. Eddie just got a little touch. There was a player covering anyway. He didn't need to foul him.
Yeah, it's a silly one.
Oh, Odegaard's off, and Eddie's taken the armband.
Nice.
And on comes Jorginho, the master, as I call him after his performance against Palace.
El Maestro.
He just panics, isn't he? At number 3. Just panics.
Yeah. He doesn't need to do it at all.
I'm not even too sure that he could have just turned and got that ball before Eddie anyway, because Eddie knocked it one side and went the other side. He could have turned and probably got it.
You don't feel he's got the pace, though. I think that's the problem. Because Eddie's got the legs on him now.
Didn't he come from Rangers, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Explains it all.
You a secret Celtic fan as well, yeah?
Nah, I just don't like Scottish football. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's atrocious. I don't know how the league survives. I really don't.
I'll tell you, I've been to 2 Old Firm derbies. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, that must be an experience.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you go, it was just pure excitement from start to finish.
Great press, Arsenal. Great press. Brilliant. You know what? That's a great press from Arsenal. Fulham have gone nowhere.
It all starts with Eddie, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's rushing to keep. They got nothing. They've run out of options. And it's time to take off.
Zinchenko just walking, like literally like he was playing walking football. He didn't just move, he didn't do anything, he just walked. And then he gives it away. And then he fouls Traore. And in comes Declan Rice to sort it out. See, we're just too lax. There's no need at all for Zinchenko to do that. Too lackadaisical. Make your passes count. You see? Yeah. And Fulham have scored 2-2.
Fuck.
Corner comes in, it drops into the middle of the box and it's turned in. But this all comes from Zinchenko being so lackadaisical and giving the ball away when he doesn't need to give it away. We're under no pressure whatsoever.
You got 10, you got 11 on 10. You all do the work. The man should never get that to you.
But the ball drops right into the middle of the box and he just runs in and it's a finish. Ramsdale's got no chance. But, you know, I'm sorry. When you got the ball, you're playing it around at the back and you're lazy like Zinchenko was. It's a free shot. No one's marking him. He runs off the back of Declan Rice and he turns it in.
That's bad. This
Terrible.
conceding goals should be a fortress is concerning.
Absolutely shocking.
It's so concerning. Nobody picked his run up.
He just made a couple of steps away from Declan Rice and it was a free strike into the net. But yes, you're winning the game. Yes, they're down to 10 men. But don't try and take the mickey by playing like Arsenal just did.
Yeah, but there's no need.
That's what I'm saying. Zinchenko can play it back to the keeper.
You know, if you're
He's just trying to be too flash. Just trying to be too flash.
11 men against 10. You should be just like hanging. You should be running around in circles trying to get the ball. That's ridiculous.
You know, that is really shocking. Why we just create our own problems? Zinchenko doesn't need to do that. All the hard work we've done to get back in the game, all gone. All gone. Wasted.
Oh.
Terrible cross, Ben White. And now Arsenal have a corner. Just terrible, man, honestly. Just trying to be too laid back, trying to be too cocky, and it's just cost us the goal.
Just keep moving the ball, Zinchenko.
Saka with the corner, and it's headed out to Jorginho, back to Saka. Also Fabio Vieira. It's with Zinchenko. Nine minutes added on. And Jesus is coming on. Jesus for Declan Rice. What a strange substitution. What a strange substitution.
Possible handball? No?
No, it wasn't even looked at.
Oh, play it down. Fella like a sack of potatoes.
All that hard work to get back in the game. And we just tried to be too cocky. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. You don't win leagues like that. Oh. What kind of a ball is that, Zinchenko?
Does that count as 2 assists for Fabio Vieira because he won the penalty, didn't he?
I don't know. Does that count as an assist?
I think it does.
Felt that ball from Zinchenko trying to Martinelli was a bit ambitious. He got 11 against
in.
10.
Oh, Martinelli.
Mm.
Could have taken that first time. There was a chance there.
Didn't really give him a chance, really.
Oh, taken off. Oh, Fabio Vieira with a bicycle kick, brilliantly saved by Bernd Leno. And it's off, but it was offside. The offside flag. What an effort that was. Where was the offside? Oh yeah, it's the cross coming. What an effort though.
That like a beautiful strike. Oh, I don't see how that's offside.
You know, it was offside when
Strike,
the first cross, when the initial cross come in.
Zinchenko.
Oh, yeah. It's Jesus, isn't it? He's off.
Jesus. And yeah.
Just pass it, Jesus. Frick's sake, man. Just pass the ball. You have Ben White right behind you. Just pass the ball. Here come Arsenal with Ben White. It's a cross into the box. Oh, Eddie got up just in front of him with Martinelli. Back heel to Zinchenko. Back with Martinelli. Back to Jorginho. It's a cross in the box. Headed out. Jesus looks way off the pace, man.
Told you, gal.
And Arsenal have a free kick. Raul Jimenez is playing on. Just put a decent ball into the box and let's put a head on this. Oh, so Arteta's told Fabio Vieira to go and take it. Martinelli went over to take it and he's Arteta shouted at Fabio Vieira to go and take it.
Get in the box.
Everyone's still in there. Look, come on, Zinchenko. Oh my God. Fulham are on the break with Baby Oil Man. He's taking on Saliba for pace. He's beat Saliba. Oh, what a save, Aaron Ramsdale. What a save, Aaron Ramsdale. I think he took it in the face from Baby Oil Man. But Saliba got done for pace. And it looked like he was going to bring him down. What the speed of that guy. If he could finish, he'd be a deadly player. Don't shoot, Saka.
Okay, let's go again.
Into the last minute we go.
Get everyone in the box.
Oh, he's taken off Eddie's head. Brilliant cross by Zinchenko, and it's just taken off of Eddie's head by the defender.
Enough players penetrating in that area. Intercept. Come on, boys. Let's make
Another cross.
one last chance. Get everybody
And
in
head it
there.
out.
Get there. No Zinchenko. That low cross from Zinchenko was awful. You've got to be able to see a player. Look for your man. That's a cross. No, it's not enough there. This is one where you need like a
Terrible cross, Curio. It's not going to be our day.
yeah.
Got to cross the ball, Saka.
Zinchenko with time.
Oh, Leno with a bit of dodgy keeping. But he gets enough on it to take it away from the box and it's smashed clear. Straight back to Arsenal. Literally the last dying seconds of the game. One last opportunity. Get it in the box. Oh! What a save from Leno from Fabio Vieira. Vieira cuts inside, unleashes a beautiful left-footed shot. And Bert Leno just gets the fingertips to touch it over the bar.
Come on, Luna.
Corner, this has got to be last chance saloon.
Yeah. It's a great shot from Vieira. Oh!
Oh! And it's cleared off the line again. Jacob Curio. He just went to stick out a foot and the defender just got there inches before. The defender touched it onto him and he touched it back onto the defender and the defender was able to clear.
Oh.
And that's the last chance. It's ended 2-2. Desmond.
Oh.
And a terrible corner. And that's it.
Oh. Whew, wow. All that hard work to get it back to the lead and then we'd throw it away. How
But throw it away
infuriating.
sloppily. Zinchenko far too lackadaisical, trying to be clever when you don't need to be clever. You just need to be precise. Play it back to the keeper. Keep the ball. Very disappointed after getting back into the lead there. You expect to hold it, especially when they're down to 10 men. What's your thoughts, Vincey?
Listen, I'm going to credit Arteta for making changes when he did. I thought Eddie and Vieira brought the energy that I asked for, the runs that I asked for, and you can see the difference with their intensity. And it made a huge difference. He brought us back in the game, got us in the lead. And it's just frustrating that, when we got the lead, we, listen, as you said, lackadaisical. We probably thought we won it when we were 2-1 up. And we just allowed Fulham back into the game. I mean, it's criminal that you're looking at this game even before the start and you say, I couldn't see Fulham scoring 2 goals. And I watched a 90-minute game and we've allowed them 2 goals. Now, you can't do that. With all the possession that we've had, you can't do that. Yes, it's a derby game, but, we raised the tempo in that second half and against a team who was just sitting back at us, and we created some really good chances. And it's, this is something that the players have to learn and realise, what, no game's going to be given to them. You're going to have to make better decisions on the pitch because, Arteta's shown early in that second half, he's pulling off players because he wants a victory. He wants to get back in the game, and he gave them every opportunity, and we just didn't. We didn't finish the job. So it's it's a point. It's not a loss, but we've got to be better in those 90 minutes with those possessions, because it's just sad to think that we gave 2 goals away to a Fulham team that, did they really deserve 2 goals today? But they got them.
No, not at all. I think it's definitely an area we've got to improve, because when you come up against the likes of City and Liverpool and these kind of teams, they'll punish you even more than what the likes of Fulham can do. I personally think Arteta got the starting lineup wrong. I think leaving Eddie on the bench was criminal.
I said to Apollo before the game, he can make those changes against a team like Fulham because they should have played better even with the starting lineup. And we had chances and we didn't take them.
But I think that's the thing though. Vincey. We created chances, but we didn't have that guy there to finish it. That's what Eddie would have done. Havertz was atrocious today. 19 touches, and he gets hooked after 10 minutes of the second half.
Gary, one thing for me that's telling is look at the substitutions. Okay, Partey came off, Rice came off, Odegaard came off. Now we wouldn't say, actually, do you know what, these players won't be coming off. But look who's made the difference. Eddie made a difference. Vieira had one of his best games for a while, and which is refreshing. So, it's showing that if players aren't on form, like Odegaard probably wasn't on form today, the manager was prepared to make changes. He made the right change by bringing Vieira on. There was enough. We had enough possession of the play today, and you stop and you think we're not talking about 11 against 11. We're talking about 10 against 11, and in
the last 10 minutes, 10 against 11, yeah,
it's frustrating,
When you're trying to keep the ball like we was in the last sort of 10 minutes, Zinchenko's got to do a whole lot better there. I don't care if you smash the ball downfield, but you're trying to be a little bit too cocky, a little bit too clever, and you get caught. And we give away a needless corner, and then they score from that corner. That's the only way they're going to get back in it.
Yeah. And you can see, because obviously that substitution, if we all know that Jesus isn't fit, even though he's on the bench.
Yeah.
We can clearly see that, but Arteta, after that goal, he made the substitution to take off Rice and put on Jesus. That tells you the manager was not happy. Not happy. We shouldn't be in that situation.
I think when you give away two sloppy goals, I don't think you can be, as a manager, you're not going to be happy. But I think he personally got it wrong. Taking Eddie out was a massive mistake. He doesn't want to take out Martinelli. He doesn't want to take out Saka. So he tries to shoehorn Trossard in instead of Eddie, and it just doesn't work because Trossard will be playing as a 10 on the left. Odegaard plays as the 10 on the right. Havertz was non-existent. Martinelli had a shocker in the first half. Saka wasn't much better. And Eddie, as soon as Eddie came on, he gave us that energy. He gave us that focal point. He battled. He linked midfield attack to midfield.
But the thing is that that's what I was talking about, is the movement and the energy levels. Now, Arteta made a change in the 50th minute because clearly he was like, do you know what? I've told you guys to go out and do something, and you haven't done it. So he made
the change at half time, didn't he? Eddie came on at half time.
Yeah, but Eddie coming on, but then also the next change was 50 odd minutes.
55, yeah.
55 minutes. So that's telling you that he's asked them to do something. Eddie's made that difference. You can see the presence that he was doing. His runs, he was holding up the play, and his energy level was causing Fulham problems. But still, he needed more. So I'm giving Arteta the credit. I'm not going to say that he made the wrong selection at the start, because we had decent enough portions of the game. But what we needed to do was raise our intensity levels and movement, because to give a team like Fulham a 1-0 start within the first minute, they just sat back. And that's why I said it was comfortable for them, because they just sat back.
Yeah. Well, I always say that when you come up against these type of teams, the worst thing you can do is concede first.
Yeah.
Because that gives you no incentive to actually do anything in the game. And that's what you see all the time with these so-called lesser teams.
And if anything, you have to be precise with everything to break them down. And we weren't really precise. We were better second half.
I disagree with that. Because I think we was precise in the first half. We just didn't have the player we needed on the pitch. We just didn't have that focal attacking threat in the first half because Eddie wasn't there. Obviously, you're not going to start with Jesus because he's just come back from a little surgery. So he's going to take him a couple of games to get match fit. But Eddie's ready to go. And I just think when you lose that focal point, you're just losing, you're taking away so much, his energy, his work rate, his link play, his goal scoring ability. You're losing a massive part of the team there. And, you're trying to keep Trossard happy because he hasn't started. He hasn't had minutes in the first couple of games. But drop Martinelli.
As I say, the starting lineup, as I said to Apollo, is attacking, which required movement. and required energy and required precision. And I thought there was a drop in certain areas with a lot of possession, and that's why I said second half we needed to up it. Bringing on Eddie, he put himself about. He got his energy levels up. That he still needed to get the players on. And I think if I was to give a man of the match, as much as Eddie made a huge difference, I'll probably nip it and give it to Vieira. I'd probably just nip it and give it to Vieira, because what he did, you'd expect Odegaard to be doing that. Vieira his left foot today was outstanding. That cross that he gave into Eddie, it was just beautiful, and that's what we needed. And this is the thing: it's if Odegaard started, but he wasn't at the level that we normally attribute. His footwork was there, but that final thing, Vieira was giving that to you today.
Yeah, but also on that point, Vieira passes that ball to Eddie. So it tells you that when Odegaard's got the ball, there are zero options up front for him to make a pass.
But that's what I'm saying. Movement and energy is not about sprinting. It's about understanding the lines, the angles, and where you've got to draw defenders to create space. Vieira was on point. He was on point today.
But that's what I'm saying.
It was beautiful to see. Beautiful to see.
It's like, take the first half. When Saka crosses that ball, Havertz is at the back post. He's got to anticipate Saka's going to cross this ball and move yourself 5 yards further forward. 5 yards, arm length.
And even Martinelli at times was a bit frustrating when you consider sometimes he's going down the alley, he's taking on the player, but then he's having to come 15 yards back to get support and pass the ball in, and it was a little bit disjointed. But I'm not going to take anything away from Arteta starting with that selection, because I don't think some of the players that we expected to be on their game weren't on their game. And credit to Arteta, he made the changes, and Vieira came in, and for me, he just picked Eddie for man of the match for me.
Yeah, I thought Vieira was really good today. That's what we've been waiting for, a performance like that from him.
And he's got it.
Yeah, he has got that in his car. And I'll be honest with you, I've seen that in pre-season.
He's definitely got it, but you can listen. You can have it in abundance, but unless you go out there and show it, it doesn't make no difference. We can sit here and say that this guy here, he's got this, he's got that. Look at Pepe, fantastic player, doesn't want to apply himself on the pitch, doesn't want to follow the rules set out by the manager.
See, now what I'm about to say might displease some of you, but I can see why he's picked ahead of Emil Smith-Rowe.
Say that again, sorry.
Vieira?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said to Apollo, it's you got to push. Yeah, that left foot it would be different if it was a right foot player playing in that same position and doing what Odegaard does. So it keeps the fluidity of the team. And Vieira's got special. Vieira, his turn is beautiful. There's so much to like when he's on song.
So I brought the stats on the game: 71% possession, 17 shots, 9 on target to 3, 675 passes compared to 268. That's such a potential.
Yeah, but to be honest, Tony, I look at that stat there, and I don't really care for that stat, because what's the point of having 675 passes? I'd rather have 5 passes, 5 goals.
I get it, but there are some things that can show what you're looking at. Possession game can only be justified when you see that level passing compared to the opposition. And yeah, I agree. But I told you at home, this team should have been 3-0 up at half time. Even if you count as a stupid error in the first minute, there should still have been 3 goals in the first half.
But the personnel on the pitch wasn't up to scoring.
Yeah.
I think on another day, I think on another day, that same personnel, I don't think you're going to see that same performance.
I think if you have Emile Smith Rowe instead of Havertz, he anticipates Saka's going to cross that ball. I think Vieira as well is going to anticipate. Havertz just didn't even cross his mind to anticipate that ball could come there. Right, he's not a goal scorer, he's not a striker, but as a forward type player, you have to have that big. Right, he's got the ball here. He's good enough to cross that ball. I'm going to put myself here, so if he does cross it, I've got to tap in.
Yeah.
You know, the other one that was played through to him, just stretch out a leg, dive and stretch out a leg, see if you can get a touch. Don't let it skip through to the keeper. You know, I just think Arteta got it wrong, in my opinion, today with leaving out Eddie. And we saw the difference. As soon as Eddie come on, we saw the difference.
Yeah.
People can criticise Eddie all they want. For me, he is good enough to start every game for Arsenal up front. And he will score you goals. If you give him the chances, he will score you goals. Yes, he missed a couple against Crystal Palace. So what? Every striker misses chances.
Yeah.
He got one chance today. He scored 1 goal.
You know, if you were asked to score this morning and you predicted 2-0 to Arsenal, you got what you wanted. You got 2 goals and you got total domination. What you account for was 2 sloppy goals. And that's to me where this team has to get better, because this is just not acceptable to be giving away those kind of sloppy goals at home. You know, you almost have to think there's some kind of disconnect when they play at home, but when they go away, they're keeping clean plenty.
Yeah, I mean, you look at last season and we didn't concede goals from corners, and you saw that corner and you stop and you're thinking it just looked ugly the way how Rice was there, Saka I think was in front of him, and the guy just was able to just swing and
but if they're not moving towards the ball though, Vincey, they're standing there watching someone run in. They've got to move to the ball. Throw your body in front of it. Try to block it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really ugly. And to Tony's point, as you said, we create chances, we score 2 goals, but you look and you think those other 2 goals that we conceded it's just like fluff, which is really frustrating.
Just going back to the stats. We had 9 shots on target. Yeah, two went in. Bert Leonard's had to make 2 fantastic saves. What about the other 5? What about the other 5? They're routine saves. That's not forcing the keeper to make a worldie.
Yeah.
So 2 went in, 2 good saves, one from Martinelli, 1 from Vieira. The other 5 shots, tame. Back passes, not good enough.
I wonder if most of those were first half or second half. Those other chances.
I think there was first half, weren't they? Because we scored the 2 in the second half, and Vieira's save come in the second half. So I think that was 3 in the second half, and the other 6 was in the first half.
And to be honest, we're going to expect Leno to. That's one thing he is he's good at. He's a shot stopper, so he does make his saves. But as you say, those first half, you capitalise on those. The game's over, half time.
I mean, the best thing that we can say is that we didn't lose. Yes, we dropped 2 points. Not what you want to be seeing in a game against Fulham, to be honest. No disrespect to Fulham, but you don't want to be dropping points against these teams, especially when you worked so hard to come back into the game and you get yourself in front, and then you give away just by sloppy play. Just no need to be so lackadaisical, so cocky. Keep it simple. Pass back to the keeper. Just keep the ball moving side to side, left to right, back to front. You know,
So would you?
don't need to be so cocky.
So would both of you? What changes would you make in the next game? Would you take Martin? Would you drop Martinelli and put Trossard on, and keep it as it is, or you having Eddie starting?
Well, for me, after that performance, I would drop Havertz for Vieira, and I would drop Trossard for Eddie, but I would also drop Martinelli for Trossard.
Tony?
Yeah, I mean, it's a toughie. You know, I think overall there's a bad player in the team. Clearly, Declan and Havertz, you know, are not 100% the system, and need to be given time to adapt and find their feet. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel wronged if what Gary suggested was done. I mean, Havertz, you know, maybe just needs to train more with them and, you know, sit out a couple of games and look from the outside in and see what can be done. That one there, to me, the most sense.
I mean, to be honest with you guys, I couldn't fault Havertz in the first 2 games he played. Yes, he hasn't scored a goal, but his work rate and he's winning the ball and holding the ball up and creating space for others have been good. Today, it was a terrible performance from him. Touched the ball 19 times in the whole game he was on. Not good enough. If you've got other players that are touching the ball 40, 50 times, but you've got one guy that's touching the ball 19 times, what's he doing?
And you're in the part of the pitch where you're supposed to be, you know, creating, facilitating. You know, you should be getting lots of touches. You know, and I all get touches, and you know, average touches like defenders, centre backs is, you know, 90 plus, and then midfield in 50s upwards. So I've only had 19 and a half, which would have, you know, possibly ended up at 38 by the end of it. Just isn't on.
You know, and what we don't want to happen, we don't want Arteta to get so far down this road where he's trying to justify signing the guy for 65 million that he feels he has to play him every game. You know, like you said, Tone, he's got to learn the Arsenal system. Same with Declan Rice. It's a bit different. It's a bit different with Declan Rice because he plays in the similar position he did to West Ham. So it's not the only change for Declan Rice is we're a bit more forward thinking. I think it's a little bit different for them too.
You know, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to contemplate and thinking, okay, the changes, and we're thinking, okay, Havertz or Martinelli, but when Arsenal really were going at them, which I wanted them to, you know, Arsenal was still comfortable with Ben White going forward. You know, when Zinchenko was there, he was there, and you think, well, Partey wasn't figuring in that going for that goal in that situation. And it's like, well, Arteta's got a problem with him having to accommodate Rice and Partey in this team. I think that's a big problem because Partey can switch the ball left, right, and centre. So can Rice, but we're definitely missing something. Having to compensate with 2 of them. Even if he drops Havertz and still has Rice and Partey in the team, I still think that we can be dynamic. I still think that we can have 3 at the back. I think our pace of play can be can
I'll tell you
fluctuate
something.
from controlling
I'll tell you something,
and
Vincey.
yeah.
Nabil made a great point the other day. He posted something on in the chat where he basically said last season it wasn't broken. We've just exchanged Rice for Xhaka, just basically stick the same. So I think your point is a great point that you're making. By trying to shoehorn in the guy that you signed for 105 million, the guy that you signed for 65 million, it's disjointed the team. And we didn't see this in pre-season. We didn't see him play this way in pre-season. Pre-season was pretty much the same. Yeah. Even in the Charity Shield, he didn't play with Partey as this inverted right back. He played the double pivot of Rice and Partey, which nullified City superbly. Now, coming the start of the season, he's got it in his head, look, I signed this guy for 105 million. I've signed this guy for 65 million. I've got to play them in the team. But it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, if I sign Tony Cox for 200 million, doesn't mean he's got to play every game.
Well,
you know,
certain players when you have names like Tony Cox, you might just have to start and go. I'm just letting you know.
Well, no,
you know, it's
you know, but you know what I'm saying. You don't have to start these players all the time.
I hear you.
You know, so don't. If you're trying to be, you're overthinking things. You've changed the system that worked last year. The only way we fell down last year was we didn't have the so-called squad depth to compete. I disagree with that. I think we did have the squad depth, but Arteta refused to change the way he played. So when we was up in games and we got pegged back because we still played the same way, he could have brought Jorginho in to play a double pivot with Partey. He chose not to do that. Yeah, so, and it became too late and we ended up losing games, dropping points when we didn't need to.
So looking at the first three games and you see the central midfield play, do you think that Declan Rice, yes, he's got to settle into the Arsenal way of football, but do you think we look better with Rice in that position or back as Partey controlling that ball in the middle of the field?
If it was me personally, I would have done what Nabil said, and I would have just swapped Rice for Xhaka. Rice could get forward, he could get back. Partey is Partey, does what he does. You don't need to be too clever by putting him as an inverted right back. Yeah, and then coming into midfield, just leave him where he is. Why are you tinkering with a game that was almost near perfect?
And with the loss of Timber, you still have Curiel playing, or would you just have Gabriel, Saliba, and Wright? And White?
Well, if you're gonna play a three at the back, you would have Gabriel, Saliba, and White. If you're going to play a three at the back,
yeah.
If you're going to play a two, it's for me. It's if the back four would be White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber. Obviously, Timber's injured now, so you go back with Zinchenko because he gives you the inverted extra midfielder. You got Rice and you got Saliba and Gabriel who do what they do, and then you got White supporting Saka, Zinchenko supporting Martinelli. It wasn't broke last year. He's tinkered the whole and changed the whole system that basically worked last season and took us close to the title.
It's interesting because
you've signed the players. You've actually gone and signed the players and you've strengthened the team. But you don't need to change the system. You have to fit them players into the system you already had. So if you swap Rice for Xhaka, Rice can get forward in the 8 and he can also get back in the 6. He's got the energy to get up and down all day. Partey just does what Partey does and everyone else assumes they're normal places.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we have seen a mistake last season with I think Saliba may have made a mistake in that situation where the goal was conceded today. But the partnership of Gabriel and Saliba is rock solid, and Ben White I think he had an outstanding season last year.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think he's got options. He can go back to it, and as you say, yes, he's had 3 games. He can probably, who we play next? I think we can probably afford to give Havertz a rest because, as you say, Eddie's been outstanding these last 2 games. My just concern is I'm looking and I'm thinking I need more from Martinelli. I do need more from him, and I don't know if he's just going to be brave enough to bring Trossard on and bring Martinelli to the bench because they can both bring energy second half, but to start, I need more from that position, and he's not giving it for me.
I personally thought against Forest, Martinelli was outstanding. He was decisive. He attacked. He made things happen. And you thought, you're looking at him thinking, this is what we want to see from this guy.
Yeah.
Because he can be indecisive. He can get stuck in 2 minds, whether to shoot, whether to cross, whether to pass, whether to turn in, whether to turn out. And against Forest, he was direct. He run. He created chances. He crossed the ball. He used it really well. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? This guy has taken this game to the level that we know he's got, but he doesn't really show it. And in the last 2 games, he kind of gone back to the old Martinelli where you're thinking, well, he should have shot there. He should have crossed that. He should have passed that. He should have taken this guy on. And he's always stuck in these 2 minds. So Trossard brings you something different. He hasn't got the pace and directness of Martinelli, but he's got a bit of trickery. He can cut in and he can make things happen. So, but yes, he's changed the system, and we was umming and ahhing about it against Forest, and Apollo was like, this is the way Party's going to play here. But I don't know why you want him to be over there and then come in here. Makes no sense. You don't want Party running back towards his own goal at full pace. That's Ben White's job.
Well, we've got, what is it? United next. You've got United next. And I'm not sure. I think, did they lose today?
I know there was Jackson. Did United lose?
No, they won 3-2.
No, they won 3-2.
So that's going to be a game. We're going to have to come correct there.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would go back to the old system that we used last year and just swap Rice for Xhaka. Let Rice play the 8. He can get up, he can get down. Everyone knows the positions. Everyone knows where they're meant to be. Saka gets support from Ben White. Party does what Party does. Zinchenko supports Martinelli and also becomes the inverted extra midfielder. You've got Gabriel and Saliba at the back. 2 rocks. They both got pace. They both got strength. Don't try and be too clever. Don't try and, just because you sign these players, doesn't mean you have to fit them all in the team at the same time. And Eddie has to start for me. For me, Eddie is our number 1 striker. He brings what Jesus doesn't. He brings the energy. He brings the link up. He brings fight. He scores goals.
How did you guys feel when Jesus came on? What were your thoughts when he came on?
Not really.
He's obviously good. He's going to come on. He's miles off ready, but he's going to get a couple of minutes. But could he have brought Smith Rowe on there as a different option? Smith Rowe's match ready. Why are you going to give a player who's just had surgery 6 minutes when you got Smith Rowe there, and you're going to play him out on the right? Give him Smith Rowe a chance.
What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I
was nervous when I saw him, and you just don't want, because it's a blood and thunder derby game. You're trying to get back into it. You're in the lead. I'm just nervous when I see players who aren't fit come on, and that they're come back from a serious injury, and if we lose him, it's even worse. Rushing him back. But I guess in Arteta's mind, he probably thought that's probably how bad we were that we needed to thrust them in. We needed Jesus on the pitch.
Yeah, but you know, let's say is thank you for the Facebook user who said in to the great we trust. I think, you know, come January, mate, you know what I'm gonna say,
Stan said the
mate.
same thing in our chat.
IT. It's one that is it's going to linger, isn't it? It's going to linger until we get back to free-flowing football and scoring goals. IT.
Yeah, but the thing is what you say there, Vincey, we was doing that last season with Xhaka in the team. We've upgraded Xhaka with Rice. So there's no reason that we can't play the same system.
Formation's changed, though, hasn't it?
Well, exactly.
Formation's changed.
But that's what Stan's just said in our chat. You know, because he wants to play this system to accommodate Rice and Havertz. You don't need to accommodate both of them. It's not a necessity. You're trying to justify the means, but you're getting it wrong. As a coach, you're getting it wrong. There's going to be games where we're going to need Havertz's size for, you know, as a focal point. But there's going to be games when we're not going to need it. But you don't need to persevere. It's like I see Arteta. Yes, he's a visionary, as they say. He's got so many ideas. But I see him going down the same road as Wenger by being too stubborn to change his ways and see that and admit that he's actually going wrong. You know, he's got to realise that it's not a necessity to do what he's doing.
Well, one of the things I have said, to have more players with this ability is going to give Arteta more problems this season, because he wants to play a certain way and then he's going to try and find a way to accommodate them all. And I think this is what's been planning out. And I just hope it's not going to be. We can get back to the way I was playing last year, because it was really refreshing and easier on the eye.
Yeah, I mean, against Man United, I would just go back to the same as we did last year, and just I'll drop Havertz to the bench. You start with the same team.
I would.
Eddie has to start. You know, you got Jesus to come off the bench in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes to play himself back into fitness. He's got another week of training under his belt.
Were you both concerned about the pre-season game against United, the way how United were up for it and we didn't really perform? Or is it just pre-season?
No, I think they scored 2 goals from 2 mistakes again from us. Apart from that, they never looked like scoring a goal. But in pre-season, for me, yeah, it's good to win, breeds confidence, but it's all about players getting fit and getting ready. You know, start to the season between us and United, I think we've had a better start than them. You know, but so I think that's kind of irrelevant.
Tony?
Yeah, I concur with that assessment. It's gonna, you know, Arteta said it's gonna take time for them to bed in. I just think defensively, you know, he has to sort that out. I don't know what the hell's going on with Gabriel. It's worrying to me.
And I think I've got a sneaky suspicion we may see Raya in goal next week.
That would be interesting.
I think Ramsdale looked a bit all over the place today, especially with the first goal. Why he's not back Pedlin, I have no idea. Why he turns to his left and runs to his left and then don't know where he lost all his bearings.
When I saw the goal, to me it looked like he was going back to get into the middle, because he knew he was outside of the his
was-
line
he
of
was-
goal. So he was
he
going
was in-
back left. He's
Yeah,
going back left,
he
but then
turned-
the shot
He turned
came.
and went left, and then the shot came right. But
Yeah, so
if
then
he
he's
would have
trying.
just backpedaled, he would have been facing the ball, and the shot wasn't all that good.
No, it wasn't.
So if he would have just backpedaled, like you're taught to do, who turns away from the ball when you can't see where you're going? Who turns their back to the ball, and then the shot comes in, and he realizes the shot comes in when he looks over his shoulder. Then he has to dive, and he's nowhere near it because he's run the wrong way. I didn't get that.
It looks really ugly. That's what it
So-
really looked ugly.
Yes, I mean it's a goalkeeper error, but partly pushing up when the ball is not there for him to push up. I don't get that. Ben White's standing right next to Saka. Why does Partey push up from that right back spot into his normal spot and leave that space vacant? Didn't understand that. So I think it's a defensive error, but then it's a massive goalkeeping howler.
Yeah, so many
very
things
disappointing.
went wrong there, and you got to knock that out of your game. You have to knock that out of your game 3 times in a year. You know, unable to keep a clean sheet within a minute. So
Well,
yeah.
we've conceded 3 goals this season so far, and all 3 have been avoidable, like majorly avoidable, not just a little bit avoidable, like majorly avoidable. That's what That's what really irks me. That
Yeah.
all 3 goals could have been easily avoided. Not even difficult. My under 12s could have avoided them goals, and that's. I'm not being. They could have avoided them goals. You know, it's and that's the worrying thing that we're giving people, especially at home, we're giving people a head start on us. You know, so,
Yeah, next game's going to be a tough one.
Yes, it will. Gentlemen, you lot go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bank holiday weekend.
Enjoy.
Extended break here until
same to you
Monday
guys.
evening.
Take it
Have
easy.
a great time.
Stay blessed.
Time this afternoon.
See you all next week.
Yep. Be
Okay,
safe
guys.
if you go in Notting Hill. Enjoy yourselves.
Will do.
All right, man. Blessings. Take care.
Thanks.
Yeah, enjoy. See you later, guys.